May 2025 is about to hit harder than a boss fight in expert mode, because the VR game train ain't slowing down. From terrifying horror haunts to cozy life sims, this month's virtual buffet is stuffed with fresh releases hotter than your headset after a Beat Saber marathon. Are you ready to get busy slashing monsters, solving mysteries, or floating through sci-fi daydreams? There's a pixelated paradise waiting for you. So smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's teleport straight into the coolest, weirdest, and wildest new VR games coming your way in May 2025. Walkabout Mini Golf Raptor Cliffs. Let's start with the prehistoric getaway that will drop you right into a West Coast dino-themed road trip on May the 1st, 2025. And no, we're not talking about fossilized fun. This course is very much alive. Dinosaurs will actually roam the course, and you'll be able to pet them, put around them, or maybe nervously wave your putter while whispering, "Please don't eat me." In true Walkabout mini-golf fashion, it'll launch with 18 standard holes, 18 expert mode nightmares, 18 hidden balls, and a fox hunt quest to unlock a special putter. But the fun won't stop there. This DLC adds zipline rides, hang gliding, and even drivable elements for a more chaotic Jurassic twist to your mini-golf vacation. You'll get a little performance boost too, thanks to updated visuals and more 2D art elements than ever before, all while keeping that charming, low-poly style. Plus, you'll be able to unlock 11 new avatar looks and even buy physical merch from in-game souvenirs. This DLC will keep the Walkabout party rolling with the same wild creativity that brought us Elvis karaoke and Greek gods last month. The House of Vinci VR. Here, you'll soon be ditching the history textbooks and stepping straight into Renaissance Italy when this intricate, brain-tickling mystery lands on May the 1st for PSVR 2. As Da Vinci's top apprentice, lucky you, you'll arrive in Florence only to discover your mentor has pulled a Houdini and vanished. Your mission? Solve beautifully crafted puzzles, decode contraptions that look like IKEA built them on genius mode, and tinker with Leonardo's actual inventions brought to life in glorious VR. One of the coolest mechanics will let you literally peek into the past, thanks to a strange steampunk-looking device that lets you witness key moments frozen in time, offering just enough clues to make you feel smart and slightly paranoid. From escaping booby-trapped chambers to deciphering strange symbols on Da Vinci's infamous war machines, every corner will burst with secrets and Renaissance flair. The environments won't just look pretty, they'll ooze with historical accuracy and artistic inspiration, pulling you into 16th century Florence like never before. If you've ever wanted to feel like Robert Langdon wearing a VR headset while being stalked by puzzles, this is your moment. Time to trade in your controller for a chisel and think like the master himself. Barely escape. Alright, now let's move on to a game where your dog Robin has vanished, presumably not for snacks, and now it's up to you to unravel the bizarre mystery of Everwood, a dreamlike forest where animals have been kidnapped, turned into plushies, and tossed into creepy claw machines like sad carnival prizes. But don't worry, you'll be armed with a drone-powered claw device so advanced it could probably pass a Turing test. You'll yank your fuzzy friends out one by one, dodge booby traps, infiltrate evil lairs, and go full spy bear on the wicked Dr. Kid. Between heartwarming rescues and eerie secrets, you'll explore sprawling platforming levels packed with hidden paths, timing-based challenges, and rewarding collectibles. And yes, every animal you save will help restore Everwood's charm, turning lifeless landscapes back into lush paradise. You'll also climb the global leaderboard, because clearly being a claw machine savior comes with bragging rights. Wrapped in cinematic storytelling and bursting with VR interactivity, this game is equal parts Toy Story fever dream and heroic eco-crusade. Time to rescue, restore and roar, fluffy justice is coming for Dr. Kid. This whimsical yet dark VR platforming adventure drops on May the 1st for PCVR and Quest 3.
And don't mind the mechanoids, they're here to help. But do report any malfunctioning units.
Deep cuts. This genre-hopping madness premieres in VR this month, where you'll play as Elise Weber, one half of the creative duo behind Lights Camera Faction, on a wild, reality-bending mission through their in-studio film universe to rescue your best friend. And this isn't your average walk down memory lane, it's an explosive ride through decades of cinema, where every film genre is its own playable world. One second you'll be in a grimy film noir shootout, the next you're fist-fighting haunted VHS tapes in an 80s horror flick. Welcome to the Neuroreal experience, where environments are alive and your edits are your superpowers. That's right, cinematic time manipulation gives you director-style control mid-fight, letting you pause, rewind, or slow-mo your way to victory with flair. Whether you're brawling with weird anthropomorphic rejects called the Learning Lads, or solving puzzles that would make Kubrick cry, every scene is stuffed with detail, humor, and heart. Think Tarantino by way of Looney Tunes with a VR headset duct-taped to its face. If you've ever wanted to star in a movie where the script explodes and the cameras fight back, this is your close-up. Legends BMX. Are you ready to pop virtual wheelies and grind your living room coffee table? Because this MR BMX Stunt Fest launches sometime this May 2025 for MetaQuest 3 and supported platforms. Built for mixed reality magic, this game turns your humble home into a fully customizable skate park, letting you scale ramps, rails, and half-pipes to fit the size of your play area. Once inside, you'll control a tiny, fearless BMX rider who pulls off flips, spins, and how did they not die tricks for high scores and style points, just like your favorite skating classics, but now with handlebars and headsets. Each trick you nail flashes its name and score on screen, adding that arcade flair we all secretly miss. But this isn't just a solo ride. Weekly challenges, online rankings, and sweaty leaderboard battles will have you returning to one-up your friends and flex that perfect double tail whip. With a growing wardrobe of unlockable rider avatars and flashy bike skins, you'll also be dripping in digital drip while busting your best stunts. Legends. BMX is shaping up to be a wild mashup of Tony Hawk vibes and real-world trick immersion. Only now, you can crash safely into your couch without losing teeth.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Surviving Mars Pioneer. This isn't a fresh coat of Martian paint on the old Surviving Mars classic. This game drops you straight into the dusty red boots of a pioneer, letting you build, manage, and ride rovers, all from a first-person perspective. Forget clicking from orbit. Now you'll be walking through your base, checking oxygen tanks by hand, and watching your carefully constructed domes rise up like sci-fi Legos. In this VR native overhaul, you won't just manage spreadsheets and resources. You'll get your hands dirty mining for materials, solving crises, and probably cursing at dust storms in real time. Rovers will become your best buddies as you cruise across alien terrain. while nutrition systems, oxygen management, and base building will make your survival instincts kick in harder than a Martian wind gust. Built from the ground up by Bulwark Games and published under Impact Inked, the new VR Forward label from Impact Reality, this version aims to put you at the center of every decision and disaster. Civilization building has never felt so personal or so breathlessly immersive. Final Fury. Built by the rhythm masters behind Synth Riders, this is the birth of what might become the VR fighting game. You'll step into the ring, not as a spectator behind a screen, but as a first-person, punch-throwing warrior with 6 unique fighters to master, one hidden away for the bold. Each round will be powered by your actual movements. No button mashing here. Champ just sweat, skill, and some serious controller-flinging excitement. You'll be trading arcade sticks for uppercuts of pure adrenaline when this full-body VR brawler hits early access on May 8th, 2025 for PCVR and Quest. Arcade mode will offer 5 tiers of brain-melting difficulty, while online multiplayer boasts rollback netcode and full crossplay, so you can throw down with friends or strangers who talk too much from across the VR-verse. Training arenas let you sharpen your fists, while the pounding soundtrack by Zardonic will keep your heart beating in sync with every jab, hook, and Hadouken-inspired move. With EVO legend Justin Wong backing the team, the vision's clear. This isn't just VR Street Fighter, it's a whole new beast. And the best part, you get to help shape it from the very first round.
Listen to me, burnt one. If you're intending to walk the midnight walk, you better be sure to keep your spark safe and burning.
The Midnight Walk. In the Midnight Walk, you'll become the Burnt One, a fragile wanderer with just enough hope and one glowing companion named Potboy to light the way through a twisted world that looks like Tim Burton crash-landed into a haunted art studio. Potboy's tiny flame is your only lifeline, and you'll guard it like your last cup of hot tea during a blackout, as shadowy monsters creep and crawl, desperate to snuff it out. Prepare to be tiptoeing through a nightmare made of clay and wonder when this eerie stop-motion dreamscape arrives on May 8th, 2025 for PCVR and PSVR 2. Built entirely from real-life clay, then scanned and animated into a beautifully grotesque VR world, this game will envelop you in handcrafted surrealism. You'll traverse 5 haunting tales, each dripping with melancholy and mystery, where puzzles and stealth mechanics keep you constantly on edge. Working with Potboy isn't just gameplay, it's companionship in the dark, as you use his flame to distract, guide, and maybe even warm your very soul. Equal parts grim fairy tale and emotional horror, this will be a VR journey that plays with light, shadow, and the clay beneath your feet like no other. The night awaits. Will you walk through it? Walltown Wonders. This next game is about building one brick by adorable brick, in a place where the walls are literally alive with possibility. You'll guide quirky characters through wholesome quests, build charming little homes on your real-world surfaces, and maybe even play Cupid as the newly added dating feature lets townsfolk find love right next to your potted plant. So, get ready. Be turning your living room walls into prime real estate when this cozy, mixed reality town builder strolls onto the scene on May 7th, 2025 for PCVR and PSVR 2. With a soothing pace and zero stress, the gameplay will feel like sipping tea in VR while rearranging your dream neighborhood. Think Animal Crossing meets MR City Builder with a touch of what if my bookshelf became a bakery energy. The visuals will pop with charm, letting you explore, collect, and customize everything from buildings to outfits to cozy town vibes. And with mixed reality, you're not just playing in a world, you're blending it into your own space. Whether you're chasing rare decorations or matchmaking squirrel people, this game will turn everyday walls into the canvas for your next great, lovable obsession. Vendetta forever. Glass shatters, bullets fly, and physics? Yeah, they just gave up. That's the kind of beautifully chaotic energy you'll be thrown into when Vendetta Forever lands on May 8th for PCVR. This is not your typical cover-based pew-pew simulator. It is a full-blown, adrenaline-dripping tribute to cult action cinema, where your only limit is how many times your knees can take diving across virtual rooms. Every takedown doubles as transportation, thanks to the low-kill motion system. Eliminate an enemy, steal their weapon mid-air, and rocket yourself toward your next unlucky target. Movement isn't just stylish, it's survival. Across more than 60 bite-sized missions, you'll crash through neon-lit bars, infiltrate planes mid-flight, and cause mayhem in places that probably don't have insurance. The arsenal? It's bonkers. Classic pistols, absurd sniper rifles, frying pans, and the legendary pencil. Yes, that pencil. Throw in game-altering modifiers, collectibles, and global leaderboards, and you've got a game that dares you to replay it endlessly just to shave milliseconds off your stunt-filled murder ballet. Slender, the Arrival VR. The flashlight flickers, the forest closes in, and that static buzz in your ears. It's not the headset, he's here. Slender, the Arrival will finally stalk its way into your nightmares in May 2025, making its VR debut on Steam, PSVR 2, and Quest. This port is a full-bodied horror reawakening of the cult classic, rebuilt to squeeze every ounce of dread from your headset. Originally born from the terrifyingly minimalist Slender 8 pages, this version expands the lore with a deeper story, upgraded visuals, and enough shadowy corners to make you question every rustling branch. You'll find yourself alone, armed only with a flashlight, and your increasingly unstable nerves, hunting for cryptic collectibles in a dense forest while avoiding Slender Man's bone-chilling presence. And this time, he's really in your space, Uti-chan. On PSVR 2, you'll even feel him, thanks to haptic feedback that kicks in every time you turn around and wish you hadn't. The immersion is suffocating, the atmosphere is oppressive, and the silence, loud. Every step, every breath, every moment, without a jump scare, only winds the tension tighter. You don't just play Slender, the Arrival in VR, you survive it. Or at least try to.
Wondrous thing, you begin to value pleasant moments only, when there's nothing left of them. Who are you?
The one who created you.
Echoes of the sun. Sunlight may have died, but hope isn't going anywhere without a fight. Echoes of the Sun will beam its way into VR this May 2025, offering a first-person fantasy adventure where you step into the shoes of Mia, a teenage girl, armed with telekinesis and a heart full of grief, resilience, and maybe a little cosmic magic. Her homeland has fallen, the sun has exploded, you heard that right, and now she's left to piece it all back together with nothing but her willpower and a few ancient solar puzzles. Burned forests, broken bridges, and collapsed temples can be restored using your powers, like a post-apocalyptic Marie Kondo with mystical energy beams. The real twist? Telekinetic mechanics let you manipulate objects in complex puzzle platforming segments that'll challenge both your brain and your finesse. You'll use glowing prisms and magical reflectors to channel solar energy and light up the world again, one ray at a time. But don't expect a sunshine stroll. This island, Zoria, is filled with ghosts. Not the jump scare kind, but lost souls with stories that'll tug at your feelings while you unravel the secrets of a shattered world. Mia's journey will be emotional, mysterious, and luminous. Time to chase the light. Smash drums. This is not a polite rhythm game where you gently bop to a beat. This is full throttle, stick-breaking, stage-exploding chaos where your living room becomes the mosh pit. You'll be smashing drums so hard your neighbours might file noise complaints purely out of spiritual distress. With 58 face-melting rock tracks, and more on the way, including the new 2000s Rock Legends and Metal Legends song packs, this one's bringing the fire. Literally, some levels are on fire. In mixed reality mode, you'll shred in your actual space, turning furniture into destruction zones while tapping crystal drums and annihilating the hellfire ones, like you're possessed by the ghost of every retired drummer from the early 2000s. Single player has you thrashing your way through prisons, rock arenas, and even the moon. Yes, lunar headbanging is now canon. Then there's multiplayer mayhem. Up to 8 drummers in one arena, going co-op or versus until someone's wrists give out. Oh, and thanks to graphical updates on Meta Quest 3, 3S and live global leaderboards, you'll look good and feel famous while breaking imaginary cymbals. So grab your virtual sticks and start smashing, because in this game, subtlety gets booed off stage. VR Jolly Roger. This one will be shivering your PSVR 2 timbers this May 2025, and it's bringing all the swashbuckling charm, undead chaos, and squawking parrot sass your virtual sea legs can handle. You'll set sail through cursed Caribbean islands, sniffing out treasure, slashing through skeletal scallywags, and looting ancient ruins. All while your feathery sidekick heckles you for every clumsy swing and wrong turn. Yes, the parrot is sarcastic. No, you can't throw him overboard. We checked. Originally launched on Steam earlier this year, the PSVR 2 version promises a tighter ship with headset haptics, adaptive trigger support, and a brand new pirate tavern intro scene, where rum is likely flowing and morals are optional. It's a 4-hour, light-hearted campaign that's more about the vibes than the swordplay. Sure, the combat won't make you feel like Blackbeard's ghost, but the colourful visuals, explorable islands, and that sweet, sweet pirate atmosphere make it worth a brief VR voyage. Trailblazer, the untold story of Mrs. Benz. Strap in, no, literally, this was the first road trip, and prepare to blaze history's dustiest trail when Trailblazer. The untold story of Mrs. Benz rolls onto Quest headsets on May 16th, 2025. This isn't a fast-paced shooter or rhythm slasher, it's something better. An immersive time machine into the life of Bertha Benz, the absolute legend who basically invented the road trip before roads even had rules. She took a leap in 1888 that changed transportation forever, and did it all while society told her she should be knitting, not vrooming. You'll step into Bertha's Victorian boots in this interactive 20-minute story, voiced by Daisy Ridley, because yes, the galaxy's favourite scavenger is now narrating the first car ride in history. You'll explore the workshop, piece together the original motorcar, and then do what no one else dared, drive across the German countryside with zero GPS, zero gas stations, and zero patience for anyone telling you what you can't do. Directed by Emmy-nominated Eloise Singer and produced by the team behind All Quiet on the Western Front, this short but powerful journey mixes beautiful landscapes with hands-on exploration.
You can be our eyes, and I'll get us out.
Out of Sight VR. In this uniquely unnerving second-person VR experience, yes, second person, you read that right, you won't play as Sophie, the blind girl lost inside a crumbling mansion. Instead, you'll play as her adorable, fluff-filled teddy bear. Sounds sweet? It's not. It's terrifying. As Teddy, you'll be her only eyes, watching from across the room, down the hall, or through the crack of a nearly closed door as Sophie stumbles through darkness, unknowingly stalked by something very much not cuddly. You'll reposition yourself to reveal safe paths, distract threats, and solve puzzles from afar, all while your own heart tries to punch its way through your ribcage. Perspective-shifting chase sequences will twist your senses like a haunted kaleidoscope, and the deeper Sophie goes, the darker the secrets become. You won't just watch the horror, you'll be responsible for guiding someone through it when Out of Sight VR creeps onto PCVR on May 22nd. Quantum Threshold. Forget running and gunning, Quantum Threshold will have you rolling and wrecking when it slams into MetaQuest and PCVR on May 22nd. This stylish, accessibility-first roguelike from Vaki Games doesn't just level the playing field. It straps rocket launchers to your wheelchair and tells the rogue AI to get wrecked. Set in a post-apocalyptic cyberpunk hellscape overrun by techno-wraiths, which sound as terrifying as they are cool, you'll play as a survivor whose wheelchair isn't a limitation, it's the key to absolute carnage. Built ground up for seated VR play, you'll cruise through procedurally generated levels with your battle-rigged ride, collecting randomized loot, swapping in absurdly powerful upgrades, and unlocking modules that are more Risk of Rain 2 chaos than medical necessity. Your wheelchair becomes a tank, a battering ram, and a bullet-spewing death machine all in one, with enemies that adapt, evolve, and push you harder with every run. Think of it as Left 4 Dead meets Mad Max, but you're the one everyone's running from. With permanent upgrades and game-breaking abilities just waiting to be discovered, Quantum Threshold turns seated VR into a high-octane, cybernetic roller coaster of firepower.
Help me. That mournful sound. The bell. Something draws the dead to it. Something evil.
Zombie Army VR. Hope you've been practicing your undead headshots, because Zombie Army VR is boot-stomping onto Quest, PSVR 2, and PCVR on May 22nd, and it's bringing a full-scale, slow-mo, bone-shattering apocalypse. From the maniacs behind Sniper Elite comes a VR experience that throws you deep into the gore-soaked remains of W2. Europe, specifically near the blasted ruins of Nuremberg, where you'll join the elite Dead Hunters squad to track down your captain's missing family and, casually save the continent from the zombie horde. Zombie Army VR is rolling out a full story-driven campaign built for solo play or chaotic two-player co-op. You'll gear up with a historically inaccurate amount of firepower sniper rifles, dual-wielded pistols, SMGs, and rack your own weapons like you're in a live-action horror movie with extra crunch. Oh, and yes, the X-ray kill cam from Sniper Elite is back in all its gloriously grotesque slow-motion glory, turning your perfect shots into anatomical art. Toss in freaks like suiciders, armored giants, and zombie snipers, because that's not terrifying at all. Plus weapon upgrades, XP progression, and all the jaw-dropping mayhem the series is known for. And this is shaping up to be one hell of a VR bloodbath. Neolithic Dawn. This isn't your cushy modern survival sim where berries grow in your backpack and wolves politely wait their turn. No, this one throws you into the fur-swathed sandals of a Neolithic hunter-gatherer and dares you to make it through the night. Spoiler alert, you probably won't. But don't worry, when you die, you'll come back as your kid, who inherits a world forever changed by your previous failures and hopefully small victory. Spread across 5 massive open-world maps, you'll hunt, forage, craft physics-based tools, and bond with giant Ice Age beasties who might be cute now, but definitely used to eat cavemen for breakfast. There's a real-time day-night cycle, dynamic weather, shifting seasons, and dungeons just casually tucked into the wilderness, because nothing says Neolithic fun like a freezing death maze. With a generational system that carries your legacy forward, and maps that evolve as time ticks on, Neolithic Dawn doesn't just challenge your survival instincts, it tests your ability to build a legacy in fur and fire. You're getting dropped, kicking and screaming into the Ice Age, when Neolithic Dawn thaws its way onto Quest in early access on May 23, 2025. Hard Bullet. Hope you've got a strong stomach and a stronger aim, because Hard Bullet is about to turn your VR headset into a slow-motion meat grinder of glorious, physics-based mayhem. Already available in early access on Steam with a nice chunk of content and a 20% discount until May 5th. This brutally stylish shooter is basically John Wick meets Mad Max if both of them got their training in a torture-themed funhouse. You'll dive into ride mode for XP, cash, and unlockable weapons, climbable arenas, and pure cinematic violence, or unleash your inner chaos god in sandbox and arena modes, where you can weld weapons together, feed enemies to meat grinders, and leg kick your way to therapy. With over 100 weapons, realistic body damage, we're talking slow-mo dismemberment, bullet holes, and blood geysers, and player movement so physical it'll make you question gravity. This game is already an over-the-top masterpiece of madness, and it's not even finished yet. The devs at Gexagon VR are building this thing with their community, meaning if you've got a weird idea involving ragdolls and electricity, they want to hear it.
Goes the other way. This is going to be so close. Side by side to the line. He's done it. Let's go. And Hamilton wins. Oh, and who's this?
F125. Here, you'll live the speed when F125 burns rubber into VR on May 30th, 2025, with support for PCVR and all the bells, whistles, and tire squeals your headset can handle. Whether you're pre-ordering the standard edition or going full throttle with the iconic edition, which hits early access on May 27th, this year's entry wants to make you feel every corner, every overtake, and every helmet sweat-inducing moment like never before. This time, you're building a legacy. The Connosport Saga finally hits Career and My Team modes, letting you take control of your own destiny on and off the track. And for the gearheads who like it personal, you'll get deeper customization than ever before. Design liveries, sculpt your brand, slap that sponsor logo exactly where you want it. Laser-scanned LiDAR circuits like Suzuka get the realism treatment, reverse track modes keep the adrenaline fresh, and a brand new co-op mode in F1 World lets you and your buddies take on AI teams in full-blown squad racing mayhem. Oh, and if you're into collectibles, icon packs, pit coins, and liveries are revving their engines too. Besiege VR. Have you ever dreamt of building a fire-breathing, buzzsaw-swinging, chicken-legged tank, and then riding it into glorious chaos? Good news, Besiege VR is back, and it's going full mad inventor meets Demolition Derby, launching with a vengeance on May 30th, 2025. And yes, you can pre-order now to snag exclusive skins that make your death machines look extra fabulous while exploding. With over 70 different blocks and a shockingly intuitive VR system, you'll assemble wild contraptions from tanks and planes to mechs that make Optimus Prime look like a Lego set. Then you'll unleash them across a 50-level campaign filled with enemy fortresses, medieval kingdoms, and plenty of chances to accidentally blow yourself up, which is part of the charm. In first-person mode, you'll walk alongside your behemoth creations and witness every clank, crash, and flaming failure like you're a war god engineer. The haptic feedback will let you feel every explosion and mechanical grind in your bones, while Sandbox mode gives you unlimited space to fine-tune your chaos. Epyka. Adventure is about to wag its tail and whip out an ancient mystery when Epyka makes its debut on PlayStation VR 2 this May 2025. You'll step into the dusty boots of archaeologist Scott Hudson, a man with a knack for stumbling into long-lost civilizations, and team up with your loyal and very good dog Jack to unravel the ruins of what might be humanity's first civilization. And yes, Jack does more than just look cute. He's your puzzle-solving, danger-sniffing sidekick with 4 paws and a nose for supernatural trouble. What begins as an expedition quickly turns into a full-blown battle against a dark, malevolent force that's been lurking beneath the island's surface like a mythological hangover. You'll explore lush environments, activate long-forgotten relics, and decipher ancient tech through a series of family-friendly puzzles and immersive sequences, all while PSVR 2's haptic feedback makes every step feel like an Indiana Jones theme park ride. Previously available on Quest, this upgraded port is bringing all the exploration and charm to Sony's headset, with crisper visuals and smoother performance. So grab your fedora, figuratively, pat the pup, and get ready to dig up more than you bargained for. Vivarium. Your living room's about to get a splash of serene chaos when Vivarium lands on MetaQuest in May 2025, turning your space into a fully interactive mixed reality ecosystem where crabs crawl by your coffee table and frogs chill next to your couch like it's a swamp-side Airbnb. This is a full-on nature decorator meets aquarium architect, letting you raise, customize, and nurture life right inside your real-world environment. You'll dive into aquascaping with 18 different saltwater animals, building beautiful underwater habitats with reef flair that would make even a clownfish weep tears of joy. And just when you think it's all marine zen, in struts a crab spider, a bushveld frog, and a fluffy white Dutch rabbit. Because Vivarium isn't just oceanic, it's a full-blown cross-species mixed reality habitat party. Whether you're carefully designing ecosystems or just vibing while your frog and rabbit become roommates, Vivarium delivers a chill, tactile, and visually gorgeous experience that makes your surroundings feel alive in the best way. Honeypot. Hope you're ready to get pollen-powered and airborne, because Be the Hero is buzzing onto VR in May 2025, and it's bringing tower defense, multiplayer mayhem, and sweet, sweet honey with it. This is a full-blown bee rebellion against an army of elemental bears. That's right, fire, ice bears. And you? You're the last winged hope standing between your hive and a full-on fuzzy apocalypse. You'll soar through a vibrant floating world in campaign mode, building honey-powered turrets, shooting arrows from mid-air like a six-legged Legolas, and unlocking new tech to save nature itself. It's fast-paced, strategic, and can be played solo or with up to 3 other bee buddies in co-op. Think flight simulator meets tower defense with animal politics and pollen warfare. And when the bear smashing gets too intense, you can dive into chaotic mini-games like obstacle races, archery battles, and frantic honey grabs, earning queen coins and practicing your aerial skills while laughing at your friends spiraling out of control. VRider SBK. Forget everything you thought you knew about leaning into a turn, because VRider SBK is dropping knees and melting rubber when it races onto PCVR and PSVR 2 in May 2025. 2025, officially bringing the Superbike World Championship into full-throttle VR glory. This is licensed, turbocharged, and VR-fueled motorbike mayhem where you're living the SBK dream. Built by Funny Tales and packing content from the 2023 season, you'll jump into the seat of superbikes from Ducati, Kawasaki, Honda, Yamaha, and BMW, roaring across 12 real-world tracks that'll have your headset sweating. Carve corners solo, or burn rivals in multiplayer, this VR racer has been tuned for speed, style, and accessibility, perfect for hardcore riders and newbies who still make vroom vroom noises when nobody's watching. And that's a wrap on the wild ride that is May 2025's VR lineup. If your wish list isn't bursting at the seams by now, are you even VRing right? This month proves one thing. The future of gaming is strapped to your face. Don't forget to comment your most anticipated title below. I want to know what's frying your brain circuits the most. Smash that like, tickle the bell icon, and subscribe for more VR goodness coming your way all month long. Until next time, keep your headset charged and your reality delightfully questionable.
Mein Freund.